We're looking at these as free forms in the traditional sense of a free form, that they go where they go. In other words, they have a life of their own. And that's the important thing, is that they don't have to say anything, do anything, but just be what they are. And each one will be a different play on the colors, different play on the shapes, a different play on what's happening between the shapes and the colors. Try to, as a viewer, try to remember that these are free forms, so that they happen very spontaneously, extremely spontaneous. And that's really important, because when they're spontaneous, they have a life of their own, as opposed to having to tell a story. So let's look at this one as not only a free form, but a floating in a positive and negative space. The negative space is creating a place for it to be, but nothing more than that. It can be anything. I won't make a claim about anything to these. Color-wise, it's important that the colors are more angular, more strips, more for the viewer to take in, and less for the viewer to start to think about. In other words, looking at these things visually. They're a visual experience primarily. Let's look at the one on the table that I'm working on now. This is really a major free form, where it got more busier and busier. And that's what so it's very busy, but it's also got a sense of completeness to it. Let's look at what's happening there. We don't know exactly what it'll work out color-wise, but it's there to have that action happening. That's where the drawing comes in, of course, as it always does. The drawing is the first thing that happens in these. And that part they share with the paintings of the conversations. Keep the idea of the free-flowing forms going, and the things will connect eventually. So we'll have to have a life of its own, and the line in the color will have a life of their own. They don't have to do anything but be there.
So we won't have any black lines on these.
There will be no black lines on these.
But the pencil will show through.
The pencil will show through. I want the pencil to be part of the story, in that sense that the story is the drawing of the pen with the idea. So in that sense, that does have that to share with the black line, but no black line. The black line became an end in itself, and anything that becomes an end in itself is not good.
So you like to have it kind of open to...
Open to what's happening. Yeah, the pieces are not an end in themselves, but a continuation of itself, being itself, and that's it. Not being something that has to be part of a story. These are not part of a story. They just are what they are. And in the end, they'll be what they are individually.